Hello all and welcome to Thrive Solution. In today's session, let's see few differences and we see in this today's session we'll be seeing the differences between Power BI and SSRS. As we know, SSRS is abbreviated as SQL Server Reporting Services, and the other differences between Merge Query and Append Query. So let's see the basic differences between these in today's session differences. So now let's see the difference between Power BI SSRS. This SSRS is abbreviated as SQL Server Reporting Services. The very first feature of this is what is Power BI? So the abbreviation, it represents Power Business Intelligence, whereas SSRS is abbreviated as SQL Server Reporting Services. And when was this developed and released? Power BI was developed by Microsoft and released in the year 2017, whereas SSRS was also developed by Microsoft and was released in the year 2004. And the licenses both has the free and paid version. Power BI has a free and paid version, whereas SSR is a free application that comes with the SQL server. How is it accessible? So Power BI is accessible through web, that is Power BI services, desktop, Power BI desktops, and mobile app, where it is Power BI mobile app. Whereas this SSR is accessible via internet and the desktop. Next, let's see the file size of this. So the file size of the Power BI, the maximum file size for the Power BI desktop is up to 1 GB, where you can upload data set of size limit of 1 GB. Whereas in the SSRS, there is unlimited to the file size. Coming, how are the reports generated? So in Power BI, the reports are generated via servers at cloud-based. Whereas in the SSRS, the reports are server-based generated. What are the data supported? Here in Power BI, it supports structured and unstructured data. Whereas in SQL structured report server, here it supports structured and semi-structured data. And how frequently the updates? Here in Power BI, the updates are released monthly, whereas in SSRS, these updates are updated for every few years. How is the complexity? So in Power BI, it is easy to use the graphical user interface, whereas in the SQL server report servers, as we know, it is used where it is known for SQL queries. So it requires a user to know SQL query. So this is the basic differences between Power BI and SSRS. So let's see the other difference between Merge and Append Query. So the main feature, merge query and the append query. What is the purpose of it? So merge, as the term itself, it is between two tables where a shared column. Okay, it merges between two tables according to a shared column. Whereas append query is, it stacks two tables on the top of one another to combine them. What is the requirement? So in each table, at least one matching column must exist. Whereas in append, it may require all columns to match in each table. Whereas in the number of columns, The number of columns may differ in the queries. Here, queries to append must have same number of columns. Result is addition of column to the query. Here, addition of more rows to the query. When to use it? So, when you need to combine two tables into one by adding more columns, or when you need to create relationships between tables. So when a table already exists, you need to add more rows of data. For example, if I have two tables, one as price and the other one as order. So in this, I have few tables where I have product. In the price table, I have three columns where product, price and the quantity. In the order, I have the order ID, product name and the quantity of it. So here I am merging price and order, and you can see product is the one where it is matching. So it has three columns, but to merge it, it should have one shared column. So product is the one which is having the shared column. And if you have one of the extra column in the order, but it gets merged. Whereas for the append query, same by taking the same example of price and order, where you have three columns in the price and three columns in the append. So it sees the column. Number of columns should be equal to the both the tables. So thank you all. Let's connect with the other topic in the next session.